Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we live, baby. Yeah, y'all. Okay, speaking of things I reference all the time and people don't know them. Y'all remember that video? Dan with the plan. The guy who would. You remember that guy? Oh no, baby, what is you doing? Y'all remember that guy, right?
Yeah, I remember.
And then the one like then the dude ended up being white at the end. Like, nobody knew he was white, but people thought he was.
Yeah,
that was funny. And he got canceled for something later. We are
yeah,
live.
He did.
We are live. What up, chat? We were just talking about things I reference in my videos that people might not reference. What was the thing you were talking about, Lion? Too much dip on your chip. Yeah, yes. That was it. Oh, brother, whoa, nah, I got too much dip on your chip. That the Hodge twins, or I got look at that form from. I haven't been yelling guard enough, but that's from Haha Davis. Y'all seen that skit? Where he's in the prison, and the dude's trying to get to him. He's like, guard. Y'all seen that?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Really?
It sounds funny as fuck though.
Y'all ain't seen guard? Hold on. We'll get started in a second, chat. I just reminiscing on old memes. Hold on, I'm gonna post it in the chat for y'all. This is one of the funniest videos I've seen in my life. Here, go ahead. Anyways, I thought Kingdom Hearts with guard. Man, get that Kingdom Hearts bullshit out of here. Anyways, well, y'all watch the video. Welcome to the Ranting Hour. We rant and talk about black culture references from years ago.
What?
Well, you looking at the title? Listen, this video is hilarious. Anyways, we're all over the place. Tonight I am joined by damn, I ran out of New York jokes. Well, I'll be back with the vengeance later on. But we got my man's Cross 13 in the chat. Say hello to the people, Cross.
What up?
He just did his Historia Crux last night, and I came at the tail end of it. They were ugly as usual, but go and check out the man's channel. Live streams are funny. And we got my boy Multiracial Lion, who's damn, I had no jokes prepared. I just whiff. Jesus. Okay, Lion, how you feel?
The lacking hour.
The lacking. That's really what it is. The lacking hour. Oh, goddamn.
I'm all right. I'm looking forward to fucking Elden Ring next week. It's gonna be fucking.
Oh, is that next week?
Next week.
Oh,
yeah, boy.
When does Stranger in Paradise come out?
March. Beginning of March.
Wait, no, it's beginning of February right now. All right, that's closer. I posted the video I was talking about in the chat just now. Kernaxis, excuse me. Thanks for becoming a member for 7. Have I had memberships for 7 months? Man, the passage of time is like nothing. You can always hit them with your hairline's a joke. Hey, I can't make hairline jokes. My hairline is slowly departing from the mortal realm. I can't. I used to be able to. I used to be roasting my brothers sometimes. We making hairline jokes, but then mine started receding a little faster. Now I don't make hairline jokes anymore. I had dreads, and I had to kill my dreads because I was trying to be the nigga with the dreads too far back on your head. And then I was going bald on the crown of my head too. So whenever I get a retwist, right, like it would just be thin, and it was just depression. I had one fall off. I was like, nah, I'm cutting my hair.
I'm good.
I was locked up for 5 years, man. And those are great years, but all things must come to an end. What are we talking about? Guard. You watched the video, Cross?
But I'm about to right now.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Become a member if you want. I'm a fucking mess. $1 for emotes. And what did I write in the topics? I don't have any idiots of the week this week, but one thing I pointed out on my community post in Twitter, just generally thinking about the number of times, and I guess it's kind of the game's fault for being a buggy mess sometimes, but I can understand not knowing that Locke's special HP attack was tied to his C85 passive, even though process of elimination, if you step back and think about it, the Master Scroll buff is tied to his EX+, but even that's convoluted. So also thank you Shadowheart and Blind Eye for membering up again. But that being said, it's one thing to go, I don't know why this isn't working, and can someone explain it to me? But the next step is this bugged? After, and I don't know. Is it? I've been like fielding this question. Is it a personality trait to not try and figure things out before assuming the worst possible thing? I just see it all the time. Like they do something, somebody does something wrong, and they assume it's a bug. I guess. I mean, y'all are nerds. Does your family ask you if anything technical goes wrong, you got to fix it? Like they didn't try the classic turn it off and on. None of that shit. Do y'all experience that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just my grandma be calling me up like how do I restart this? I'm like, off and on, and that always fixes it. No one be Googling. I mean, I got old people I can understand, but it's like people that are like our age, supposedly, just not going through the normal troubleshooting process. I don't understand it. I'd like to assume most of my viewers are smart enough to generally assume it. Shout out to the guy in my comments though who told me that GL Locke works separately. GL Locke works differently than JP Locke.
Oh my god.
That was his claim because it was on the Locke guide, and he said this isn't true. I pressed LD and nothing happened. I told him, bro, you're missing the C85, and he's like, no, it only works 30% of the time. Question mark.
I want what he has.
And
again,
is that shit?
Idiot of the week is reserved for people who attack me. He didn't say anything mean to me. He's just tweaking. So I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's a bug out.
I don't. He didn't. I told him, please show me a video of this only happening. I don't even get how you get 30% out of that. Like, did he run it 10 times and he only got the HP attack 3 times, and then I don't know, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's a real head scratcher that, and whenever something goes wrong, I mean, sometimes it is a bug. Like Prompto's stacks going down. Like if you can, maybe it's because I'm a developer and I know what a bug is and the steps you go to squash those things and figure out what it was, but I don't know. That's whatever. It's been a weird week. It also feels like it's been really long since last week. I heard y'all's feedback on the debate hour. Definitely some changes coming to that forward. Offers are still out there, but I am not going to do it on ranting hour days anymore, simply because the context switch is killer. Because definitely, I don't know if y'all could tell, but when I came back after the 2 back-to-back debates last week, like I wasn't listening to a single thing anybody was saying. I was talking, but like the words were going like through my ears, and I was burned. So I can't do that. Going back and forth there. Much easier if I'm thinking if anybody wants to talk about a topic specifically, I'm going to do it on a separate stream on a separate day, especially because that's not really cool to people who might be asleep in EU time zones like GGTube, missing shit. But yeah, I think it'd be easier if I were to schedule those things out. So, and if you are going to hit me up for something to talk about, make sure it's like a point that I have made that you disagree with, and that it's not something that you want to talk about, or you haven't, because you can't really debate opinions. But if it's something like, I think X is a good idea, like for instance, I don't think it's a good idea to pull in a bunch of units and not blue any of them, because you got a bunch of low investment units isn't a good idea. I think that's not a good idea. And if you do think it's a good idea, like that could have a back and forth potentially. But if it's just like I want harder stages, I mean, I don't know what to really do with that, so just calling that out. Yeah, shout out to Tree Boy, he's still up in the chat. Nick the Ninja, it's annoying that you can see 90 a unit before you do their event though. I want to max my shiny new toy when you pull it. Yeah, that is annoying. I agree. I think it's at least possible to get to the C85 without doing anything hard. I don't know that for sure.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
it's like 75 or something like that. It's not that many shards.
Yeah. To get the new EX, you don't have to work that hard, but to actually be able to equip the ultimate weapon, you got to do a little bit more. And I do agree that it is slightly annoying, but there's a breakpoint at some point where you can do it without caring. I'm at that point in JP. I don't know when we hit it. It might have started increasing a lot more because they started rerunning C90s on the banners because everyone's got LD. And I just got a decent abundance of crystals. So there will be a point. It might be a while, but there's a point eventually. In my opinion, Locke stole my damn gems. Stole STOLL. Did he steal your your spell check?
your ability to spell?
You can sometimes get your C85 for each event, so yeah. Anyways, y'all are tripping in chat. So I put on a slow mode so I can try and keep up with chat more. Let me know if 20 seconds is too long, but I'm asking the wrong people. 20 seconds too long because y'all are probably the people that want to fucking chat anyways. So what did I want to talk about? Jeez, my brain's fried. I have to go in. So right, there's my notes. I've been meaning to do a video on number prioritization, and the gist of the topic I had in mind was, you got the BT after 400 G tokens, and you got the BT on the free daily. Damn, I don't. Yikes! I'm sorry.
That's an L.
Yeah, it's an L.
Oh, holy!
That's
fuck.
a fat L.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, the odds of that are astronomically low. So it's good players getting the weapon, but not when you need it at most. So I don't I don't know what to tell you, dog. I'm so sorry. Anywho, just a general topic because I see, especially like Garnet being a thing, and I talk about like damage ceilings and diminishing returns a lot, and I wanted to go a little bit more in depth because these are kind of more like mathy type things that but the gist of it is, at the end of the day, when you use a skill in this game, you want to maximize the amount of HP damage you're doing on turn. And there's limiting factors because if you're not doing enough brave or damage, so you need to maximize your HP damage. You can go about this through a couple different routes. You can maximize your gains, maximize your brave damage, use brave and HP damage modifiers, whatever path you can get to. But the goal is to hit as high HP damage as possible. And once you've hit that high HP damage, you want to raise the amount of times you can do it. So that's why people with a lot of HP damage, a lot of HP attacks, is not HP dumps, by the way. HP dumps, Mino has drilled this into my head to spot anybody saying HP dumps, because you don't dump HP. You dump brave and you do an HP attack. But combining those two, it's not a thing. Triggered. Can we talk about the Garnet hot takes? Were there, I mean, honestly,
What Garnet hot takes?
that, and I don't really care to talk about other people's takes. Like, I'd rather put because the way you beat bad ideas is to have better ideas. And so like it's fun, like the struggle tweets and the one-offs, like some of those things are funny, but I don't know, because you see some of these people and you just like talk to them and they're not very intelligent. I don't know. It brings your IQ down focusing on
But also answer the other other question: why are they even talking in the first place?
What? What? I don't. What are you talking about?
What you just said? Like some people they say something right, and like your brain is trying to process whatever they're trying to say, and it's not making any sense. That's why I'm trying to point out the fact, like, some people sometimes will just talk just to talk and just throw out their opinion out there, even though it doesn't make absolutely no sense.
Bloggers.
Yeah, the bloggers.
They just be putting shit out in the atmosphere. Yeah. Nick said, "I'm not greening units anymore unless HP cap up." Yes. I was talking to Tell and Tonberry Troop earlier this week, and he's finally people are starting to wake up to the fact that HP cap is drugs, and I've been talking about that for ages. But back to what I was saying before, you want to max your HP damage, and then you want to go for the units that have a lot of HP attacks, and then once you're capping your HP attacks, you want to raise the HP cap. So really, HP cap is really the winner for pretty much the entirety of the C90 era, because a lot of characters have an easy time capping their HP attacks, and that's why characters like Thancred have such a low damage ceiling, because he can only, even if he caps, let's say Thancred's HP attacks, he's doing 220k in HP attack, he's still got a hard ceiling of 440, right? Versus Zac, who has 6 HP attacks on his skill 1. the damage ceiling is way higher. So focusing on that and raising caps and maximizing your HP damage is really how you go about doing things. And the way they because this is why only people only use HP damage up calls for a while, because like as long as I can hit that HP cap and I can raise the HP cap, I'm good. But with FR, they threw that all out the window because no matter how high you raise your HP cap, the HP pools are ridiculous in comparison to non-force time attacks. So at that point, it's all about maximizing how much force time you do, and that's why if you watched my recent run of Transcendence 11, and I've been saying this for my Sabin runs, I do more damage by bringing a base Fujin call than I would for a Kurosame call. It's all about optimizing the damage. So most of the units I want to green up Brave Cap up. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a balancing thing. And I really wish Garnet came out after Gilgamesh. Because Garnet because Gilgamesh has 30% HP cap up, right? That's good. That's Garnet has that same effect on her BT, but Garnet goes beyond with her blue armor and gets 40, and Garnet's probably out damaging this man, so it's just not a good look. And then Ramza comes a month later with 50% cap up, so Gilgamesh is already not looking great in that regard. Lion, I know you want to green Gilgamesh, so how are you feeling about him in the face of Garnet right before him and Ramza right after?
I just want to point out, as someone who's going to green Gilgamesh anyway, I didn't bring up the fact that I was going to be doing that.
Yep. You're right.
That was all you this time.
It was me.
Right?
It was me.
But no, I don't really care.
Okay, there you go.
I don't see the problem with just, if you like two characters that do dope shit, just use them together.
Yep.
I would rather take Greg and have him get a 60% cap up and then start working on his ultimate weapon to give him another 40.
Yep.
Like, I don't see what the problem is.
I'm preempting this because I expect angry takes from people who want to let everyone know they have Gilgamesh. I'm going to be out that week, by the way, probably. I'm getting a tooth implant, so I'm probably not going to be talking. That's the March 1st, yeah. So I'm going to be out then. It was just things I've been thinking about, because then so once again, we're going back to the whole maximizing your damage thing. Number of HP attacks, and then the highest HP cap. That's why ultimate weapons are so important, and they make a big people's ultimate weapons are starting to develop. Like people had the 0 to 5, and it's like, all right, this is a nice bump. But the people who are starting to lean into those, they're seeing a lot bigger returns, and you really like, okay, this is a real deal. I don't know where I had much to go with that, but when I watched your Noel runs, and then it's the same thing, because Noel's got 7 HP attacks and 6 on the EX and 7 on the follow up, and you cap those. That's a lot of damage. It's just the same thing, and even if you have these units, and that's why we hit Jagron so hard, because even if he's hitting those ceilings, he's only got a couple HP attacks, so his damage is already inherently gimped. Even that FF8 costume isn't going to save Gilgamesh from being skipped. I mean, yeah, I've seen people in co-op with 2+ ultimate. If you got premium, you can get a 3 out of 5 right now. I wish Machina can have ultimate weapon. See, the thing about Machina is that I think he's got HP cap 20% on his BT right now.
It's like 20 or 30%.
Is it 30? Really? It's something.
Let me check.
But yeah, that same thing. You can see it with Machina too, because he's raising the HP cap. That raises his ceiling, especially if you're doing launches with stuff. Does Kefka give HP cap up? I thought Kefka only. Actually, full disclosure, I have no idea what the fuck Kefka BT Plus does.
He's got 20% cap up, and then he has brave damage and HP damage cap up for the party, and something else.
Okay, I think Squall.
Like it's actually really good on paper, but Gilgamesh is infinitely better.
Yeah, I think I hope people don't get on Gilgamesh's RNG too much, because it's all good buttons to press.
Oh my god.
It's all good. It's all good buttons. It's like
we have that.
Waka's debuffs. All of Waka's debuffs are good debuffs too. So it's like it's random, but you don't really. It doesn't matter what you get.
Who was the other RNG character?
Waka, right? Pretty sure.
No, Waka, and there's one more that people like to.
And a crow?
And
oh God, ugh.
I think they messed up with their character. By the way, I don't know if I've said that.
Oh no, they did.
I love
Dash,
the character.
yes.
Oh,
thank you, Yoshi.
Oh, Dash. Right.
Yes.
I don't remember anybody complaining about Dash, but I could
People complain about Dash and to an extent Locke and the RNG inherent in the kit because I always want to know what I'm going to do before I do it. I don't like any level of randomness in my runs and stuff like that. And it's silly.
If that level of RNG kills your runs, then something else is wrong. I say that all the time. It's like the people who say like, "Oh, I made one mistake and I got blown up." No, it was a collection of mistakes. Anyways,
yeah, it was a collection.
Isn't Kefka still bugged in versus like 3 targets? Isn't that like been an ongoing thing for like a year? I've been hearing it on and off.
Still is. I think he still is. It's really weird because like I think they fixed it at one point and then they just get bugs again. I'm not sure. For any test spaghetti coding.
It's something like Kefka loses his. I think he loses his plus skills versus 3 targets.
Yeah, he uses his plus skills.
That is bad.
It was the same thing with Vincent. Vincent also had the same bug, and Cypher, I think.
Right. Yeah, that was weird. Well, I don't know how I pivoted, but the whole point of that is as we progress through C90, and by the way, Lion has experienced garbage time, but Cross, how much whiplash was it? Well, that's a loaded question. How did you feel going from Equinox fights with mechanics? I'm still poisoning the well. How did you feel going from Equinox to tier 7?
So I talked about this on Historia Crux, right?
Yeah, I didn't catch the full.
And
yet.
I was like, we go from Equinox where you had a fight where it was actually pretty like demanding and punishing, right? Like they brought back the Gator Crux from Guy's last chapter, which I didn't mind. And they made the thing where the orb goes down by 2 on your turn. They resisted all the debuffs and stuff like that. So they actually restricted you on some things, which I did like. And I do appreciate the fact they were challenging us to do that. But it was also the same fact with Garnet Friends. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Comes tier 7 and why do the bosses have 1 HP attack exactly if you're going to make them have all these ancient mechanics? I don't get it. Like, I would think with a boss that has so many HP, not so much HP, but that has like these gimmicks thrown around it, like the HP sat, the brave damage down, which I didn't even feel that
didn't
shit.
Feel that at all. T90.
Yeah, I didn't feel that shit, right? They're doing all this. They're doing all this brave damage, right? 1 HP attack, not even an HP link, an HP attack. It reminds me of Liu's event, right? Liu's event when he came out, and that boss literally had 1 HP attack, and it just followed a set attack pattern.
Yeah.
I don't get why Square designs these fights like this. Like that just mind blowing.
I think in the Edgar fight, I know the orb is non-lethal, but I think you can blind them with Kamari and like swap them out and no turn them, so you never get hit by the orb going off. I'm about to try that. Mm-hmm. That's very, very degenerate. I remember I was talking to Raw Life and TCC, and he was like, I thought BC and Nidra were exaggerating about tier 7. He's like, no, they weren't. Oh, no, man.
Tier 7 is, I don't know what they were thinking about that. Like, that is just prime garbage time right there. Super Pig said people are actually wasting Garnet on tier 7. Yes, a lot of people are wasting Garnet on tier 7. I have no idea why.
Let me play devil's advocate there. It would be trivial to free her up.
That's fair.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because we're only gonna get more C90s. I can blow through this. So
yeah,
I think people were speculating Garnet would probably be fire on tier 9. I think she was good in tier 9 when she got LD and J, because she came right after tier 9 because she was on Edge's intersecting will. So yeah, that's probably where she might go, or you just wait later down the line for a better Transcendence. I saved Locke instead. No, this was the one to use Locke in, bro. It's never helpful to save characters for later tiers. Yeah, y'all don't learn, bro. Like you save some good shit. Like how many of y'all save Setzer for something hard and then never got it?
I used Setzer in 4 automatically when he came out. I'm not using that man over another tier.
And if you're trying to save these characters for something that's actually going to be hard and challenging you're going to be waiting a while.
Yeah.
Like a long while.
Yeah.
And by that time, there's going to be better characters that are out. and then you're just going to want to save those, and then you'll have your FRs, and it's like, whoa, I don't want to put too many FRs in here, and just stop.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Brave damage up has diminishing returns currently. If you can, I was talking about this somewhere else too. They were noticing Vanille has actually 120% defense down if you add in her high armor plus. Instead of, she has 100 defense down at base, and I was like, you can't tell the functional difference between 120 and 100% defense down. Just like thinking in ranges is really the way to go. Like, I know like 60% attack aura is mediocre, 90% is decent, and like in the hundreds can like solo carry a team potentially. But like focusing on like minor 100 10s and 20%, y'all can't notice that. And there's a point where you can stack so much HP damage and so much brave damage, but you're still gonna hit you're gonna cap your HP regardless. So there's a it's just my general pushing back. Oh, Roscoe Lopez, thanks for coming a member. Just my general people think too hard about this game. Just get in the ballpark. You feel me? What are you saying, Cross?
I was about to say, like, yeah, like if it's like 100% like attackable or anything like that, it is noticeable. But like if you're doing some shit like you know how you said Vanille has like 120% like defense down. That doesn't really like affect anything that big. I mean, it's just 20% more defense down.
Yeah.
You're still gonna be capping most of the time.
Yeah, it's just focusing on the wrong things. Because if you're maxing your HP damage, then what really matters? Raise the cap, and that's it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. It's just in general, it hurts people overcomplicating this game. And I am just another note. I'm going to be excited to see X as DPS. We're gonna Lion's writing his Reddit post right now on Edgar as main DPS, featuring Garnet Friend. I'm sure. Oh, we're gonna.
I haven't found my way to turn it into a fanfic just yet.
Oh god!
Once I crack that code, I'm in.
Oh god. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going for Yuri's LD. I'm about to be, and my just because I like the game. I say that every time you get the tuning pass, and then I never use them. But I'm gonna commit to it this time. I'm gonna blue that motherfucker. Because I like the game. I like the game. It was like I think it was like my fourth Final Fantasy game because it was on the DS. Because I didn't have a PlayStation growing up, so I couldn't play any like the PS2 or I had a regular PlayStation, but I couldn't play any like the later games. So I got them on like Steam and ports and stuff. So like I played that game, and I'm not gonna say I have fond memories of it because I remember I reread the plot on a wiki like a month ago. I was like, yo, it's some ass, but hold on, wait, I thought it was more interesting than this. It wasn't. Who's Yuri? Yuri from Crystal Chronicles. He's got an intersecting will coming up next month with a non-lethal orb where Quistis is getting her 90, the true prize of the bear. Navarre, you ugly as hell. For no reason. I would say best DPS. It's everything's all the takes. What's really gonna matter is when content gets hard again. Who are you bringing? That's really people's true colors at the end of the day.
I've had that argument a few times this week, and just
really, yeah. I mean,
yes. It's
like I remember I asked you yesterday, Cross, like who are you gonna green? You're like Ramsey. I'm like, yeah, that shit's broken. I mean,
bro, I think it was before like the whole like HP damage cap up when characters start getting that shit. I remember watching one of your runs, and I'm like, HP damage cap up. This is something that like most people would want to in their units if they have, a lot of HP attacks on like one of their on any of their attacks. So I'm just like, why wouldn't I want this if my character's already capped enough and they can get higher damage off of it? So like that's why I like I said Ramza, because like that shit is insane, bro. Like even Garnet, who I'm not gonna be using for like 6+ months.
Yeah, she's for the FR era. Oh, that kind of go ahead, Line.
Oh, I was just saying it's a drug. It really is.
It really, like, you get that ultimate weapon going, you get those HP cap BTs going, and it really just makes a lot of the non-HP cap BTs just look horrendous, because
it's
like
real hard to get.
Cloud, for example, Cloud has no HP cap up, and it feels bad because he's like, all right, he's capping his fucking brave attacks. Congrats. Persuading.
That's something I wanted to talk about. Like, if you're like capping on brave damage, there's no reason you should be just stacking that shit constantly. If you have no HP damage cap up. Like,
and even on top of that, like, you don't even need to cap your brave damage to cap your HP damage, because we have a bunch of HP damage up calls and effects going at the same time, especially ultimate weapons giving HP damage up. Huge, insane diminishing returns, like to the point where that's why you just kind of brain off in C90. And I wanted to branch into that, just talking general investment strategies in the game, because I try and emphasize in my videos all the time. This unit, you will not see good things from this unit unless you hardcore invest. So, like, I'm like, Strago, for example. You're not going to see Strago's big numbers if he's not blue and with ultimate weapon. And so there's a giant canyon of, like, damage. And the annoying part of that is wow, look how good this character is at full investment point. Because anyone can, that's the point. That's the point of the limited materials. And I think it's prudent to start, if you're not already thinking like this, blue or bust, because one, it's a time saver. You can't go back from, once you start running ultimate weapons, it's hard to go back, and once you start consistently running blues, it's hard to go back. So I know y'all were playing during Chaos and EX Plus, but some people weren't. And for those who weren't playing during that era, we had to choose, and it honestly made things a little bit more interesting, at least evaluation wise, because now you could pull everyone, and there's like, usable, and we weren't getting the usable bullshit when we were in Chaos, because you had to make a decision. And that's when like the stops came out. Why was nobody? Hey yo, y'all are racist, man. Why was nobody saying Barrett's usable, bro? What? Wait, hold on. Oh, time the fuck out. Why are y'all on Jagron? Where was the love for Barrett? Why did nobody say Barrett was usable? Damn. Oh man, that's fucked up, man. In early Chaos, it was Cloud or Bust. I mean, yeah, like stuff was hard. You're like, pause. You're like, let me do what's best for it. But now I'm back to that anyways. It's easier. It's probably more effective to think about comparing units at their best. And I was getting on Mino about that before, because he was like, I always say feels like garbage, but then he didn't have her blue with ultimate weapon. And I think it's kind of a weird spot to judge characters in, because I think it is important to judge them at their full potential, but I mean, it's just economics, really. Opportunity cost, that this resource could be good over there. Like, say you could blue Thancred, and then you could have 2 HP attacks, or you could blue
Lightning and have 2 HP attacks.
Yeah.
One being splashed.
Theologica, I'm sorry. Or blue Zonde and still not cap your brave attack.
That's blue.
Oh, wheeze. Who was Barrett?
Or
I don't
Onion
know.
Knight.
Yeah, or Onion Knight with single HP attacks.
You know, as an X-Death fan, I feel like they really did him dirty with his C90, because the big part of his kit is his HP poisons, and those have absolutely no interaction with anything else.
Yes, that
feels real bad.
Yes, same with Alpha.
Although they made the actual HP poisons enormous. Like his BT effect it's like 250k or something like that.
He also goes HP cap up, right? On his
he goes
even fucking X-Death is HP cap, bro.
Yeah. He has like a
gold does.
Yeah.
What's 250,000 extra damage a turn that isn't affected by the force gauge when you could just put Kane there and do more damage?
Yeah. That's just an L.
Yeah.
It's just an L. Asim asked, does this mean if a blue armor only increases brave damage, not HP damage, we keep that at 0 and 3 and not blue? That's what I try to do. So that's why Bart's blue is really bad, because I think it's like an overall like 5% increase to his HP cap.
Yeah.
So it's actually a double-edged sword. So Bart's doesn't benefit that heavily from blue, but he is at his best and he doesn't need it. Ferris is in the same way. Ferris has a 3-1 party unity split. It's very weird. But she's at her best. Assuming you want her to have ultimate weapon, but you don't need to blue her. So it's actually kind of a pro, really. Machina 2.5 million now. Yeah, I had twins beat. Yeah, my HP cap. People are starting to wake up. One, people are starting to see like, oh wait, these fights fucking suck ass. But two, the ultimate weapons. People are focusing on their ultimate weapons, seeing like, oh, I see the numbers now. They just keep going up and up. And I wish Nero was here because he knows the exact date when GL gets the first full ultimate weapon. I want to say it's nope, I already forgot. I remember Navarre asked me earlier.
Shouldn't it be like around when
Theodore
Leviathan comes
somewhere?
out? Theodore or Leviathan?
Yeah, it should be somewhere in there, I believe.
Really? For free to
Well,
play?
we gotta take an account of the premium and non-premium. That's another thing too.
Because I know premium will have one by Yuri. Let me see if I can go find that right quick. But yeah, people are waking up to the caps, man. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make a bad joke. People are getting used to the caps, but it makes people cap more.
This unit plus Garnet is so good, guys. Why didn't no one hype him up?
Yeah, and it's just people not knowing numbers. Let me catch up on chat. HP poison not having effect on X-Step is unfortunate. I mean, on one hand, it made sense because it can't be hit by HP damage reduction, but that benefit is largely overshadowed by the benefit of the disadvantage of not being affected by force. I've given high armor to damn near every unit I've pulled, and God, do I regret it? Yes. I regret a couple of those because the unfortunate thing is some of those base high armors could be blues, and I only run blues now unless I have to like do some bullshit. But I think overall as an investment strategy, it's better. And this is something people could debate me on. By the way, this is an actual thing I believe that's benefit. I mean, obviously, if you have fun dicking around with low investment units, more power to you. But again, when content gets hard, you will much more appreciate having a team full of blues because you'll be much more effective, and especially those ones with HP cap because it's
ultimate weapons.
And ultimate weapons, yes, it's noticeable. And some people decided not to listen when we said invest in one ultimate weapon. We'll see how you feel down the line.
And then you got people investing like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
And then when they get to Shinryu, and then they're just like, why isn't my character doing that much
not
HP
even
damage? Like
that because there's passive HP reduction, but also why are my fights taking so long? And it's just I don't like fights taking long. I don't like people. I don't like 30-minute fights. So neither do I. High investment. If you're not gonna invest, then just don't do it. And a lot of units can do well at high investment. So it becomes is this unit worth high investment? I mean, there's some duds obviously. Thancred, but Thancred is usable, by the way. Laguna's gonna be the next
catching all
kinds of Garnet.
Hey, Thancred has 2 HP attacks, man. I don't know why they thought it was okay. I mean, Alfie tried to cope. Alfie tried his hardest to cope. He's like, he might be usable if brave damage more is more favorite.
Thancred's one of those units that always gets hoed, bro. It's always like it was in Chaos. Now it's Lufinia Plus. I don't know how he was in Cosmos. I know his EX came out in the EX era. We got him like 2 months earlier.
Yeah.
He was great then.
For like a minute.
That's because his EX hit so hard.
DK asking, are you including the ultimate weapon in the maxing out? Yes. Evaluating characters, I think it's important to assume they have ultimate weapon. At least for DPSs, because that's an insane damage loss if you're not running ultimate weapons. Not even close. Why does HP poison not take advantage of the FR mechanic? I mean, I think it's unfortunately a mechanic that can't age well, because it's so because it's not taxed by any reductions. It's true, and they seem to not want true damage to be affected by force. So like the Leo effect, I think I saw VL saying that now. Leo's LD buffs are like the thing that I guess what's it called? Tifa and Luna Freya have now. It's not affected by that. HP poison isn't. I think that's just it though. Whatever blue bards, am I right, fellas? Yikes. Let me catching up on chat. Oh, Alphino. Is there that's the first thing this man always says when he pops in.
Always.
Every single time.
Every stream. Always.
Every single time. Y'all speculating on BTs in my damn chat? Watch that shit. Would love to only run blue, but what about fight mechanics? Well, this is why you get a large pool of blues, because you'll probably be good enough. I mean, sometimes you probably can't pull it off, being completely honest. There's always some exceptions, but I try to do it most of the time, and I hope more people get into that mindset, because the game becomes, especially with FR era, you got to pick and choose more, and that's one thing I liked about EX Plus. It kind of got lost in translation when we got LDs again, because we didn't have to worry about ingot management, so you kind of just purple whoever, and then that kind of it became more prudent again to just kind of try and get everything and not really have benefit. But then the gap between blue and ultimate weapon characters and non-blue with no ultimate weapon is so vast. It just it doesn't make sense to not run that unless you just like really want to. You feel me?
It feels very bad.
It feels, yeah, especially when you've been up there and you come back down to mortal levels. You're like, I don't want to do it. What else is chat saying?
Just wait until you pop that FR and it's only 5 turns.
Oh yeah, people are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I was theorizing like maybe we could run non-maxed FRs. No, that is not the case, right?
I wouldn't imagine running that. That sounds like absolute torture.
With Strago C90, his EX delivers more HP damage than his LD. Yes, because that goes back to what I was saying before. Prioritizing the numbers. Strago's EX is 4 HP attacks, but then he does it twice, so it's 8. And because he has so many overflows and HP damage up, and you're probably running like various effects in the party, that's functionally 100% AoE HP attack 8 times. That's ridiculous. 14 always gets hoed. Y'all deserve it. Let Alpha know in the voice chat. Does he want to join? Can't they give Xdeath some sort of trap attack? They could.
Yeah, his FR.
I don't understand the people that green DPS but don't blue their armor. I don't either. It's your time. I mean, especially if you got the materials. Like I'm always like on like I always have like 300 purple tokens in the bank. Like I am constantly using them. I treat them like ingots. Well, I guess they are ingots, aren't they? Jesus. I treat them like that. I spread them out. If I want to use a unit, I judge whether I'm going to blue them or not. And now with ultimate weapon being in the mix in GL, do I have an ultimate weapon for them? And I've been running that into that problem. That's why I haven't been running Zac in JP, because Zac was very broken in C90 because there was no HP damage reduction. So Zac's you saw this when I would exploit Brave games with Zac, because Zac still has the same 6 HP. Like his base kit doesn't change in the C90, except his LD gets another HP attack and he gets some personal HP damage up. But Zac, the big thing about C90 Zac is that he can hit those numbers without help. But as soon as we go into Shinryu and the HP damage reduction hits, Zac once again actually has a harder time hitting those numbers because of the HP damage reduction. He's not refunding as hard on his HP attacks, so you can't hit him as well. And I refunded my greatsword to make it to a spear to put on Kain, and running Zac amidst HP damage reduction where you can't refund. Oh my god, he felt like Zac went back down to C80. I was so disappointed with myself, and I haven't gotten the chance to max my fucking sword again. So I'm the fool. Strago enabled the Blue Jin Saga RBK. It's ugly as hell, bro.
Jesus.
That's one of the funniest people on the planet, I swear. Strago's why I pulled Liud. Yeah, you'll have fun with that, trust me. We need more weapon ingots. Barely have any weapon nuggets. That is a problem. I actually ran out too because I've been trying to complete my collection, but we've been always getting them at the same source. I should have. I sold all my EX weapons like my dupe EX weapons like an idiot, because I was like, I'll never need these. I have enough ingots, and it turns out I didn't. I don't know why I didn't just wait. That was dumb. Zach hits hard now. T80 is like Tifa with shields. Yeah, I feel that. I remember there was a struggle tweet. They called Tifa a worse Zach with defense. That was funny.
I thought it was Zach was a worse Tifa.
It was one. Yeah, it was Zach was the worst Tifa with some defense attached. It was something like that.
Yeah, it was some nonsense like that.
Did Garnet change anyone's ultimate weapon plans? Did she change y'all's?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I didn't craft a staff for Garnet when I saw her. I said I was still gonna work on my unique.
Yeah.
I don't have a plan.
Yeah, there we go. Core is like Setzer. Y'all are ugly.
Oh my god.
I haven't decided which FR I want to build around. That's the fun part about FR, because if your roster is like interested, where am I going with this? I think so. The fun part about FR is you get to determine whether you can actually drive that condition well. Because if I didn't have Ash Call, then my Sabin runs would be dead. I wouldn't. I can skate by without Fujin's LD, but without Ash's LD and the party-wide Holy Enchant, yeah, I just wouldn't be able to do it. And stuff like that being pivotal is interesting. It's kind of what hoed Braska, because it was just like you need Lulu or else you're trapped.
Yeah. Braska only had Lulu to even increase the gauge, and by that time you're just better off like.
And then Cam came right after. That's
and then Cam broke the game. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're beautiful, BC. Thank you, BL.
Isn't that also kind of what kills Fujin?
Yes. Yeah, not having a flexible condition, because Fujin is plus 20 on wind damage and plus 40 when Fujin does a launch. And all of Fujin's skills were reworked to be launches, but the fact that Fujin needs to turn hog and has no way to turn hog unless you like pair her with Luna Freya, I guess. But even then, that's a lot of backbending to satisfy a really inflexible condition. That's what kills Kayn. Oh, not actually. Kayn's conditions aren't hard to hit, but he doesn't give enough.
So tiny.
I forgot what Kryl does.
Kryl's is thunder damage. Hers is thunder damage, or
does she just have low numbers? Does she have low numbers? Is that it?
Let me check. I know Kryl's is thunder, but I don't remember it. I don't remember what the second edition is.
It's probably.
I believe it's battery based.
Okay.
The second, allies.
To hit her,
it's battery and then thunder damage. So it's 10% and then 3%.
Let's see. What's chat saying? What ultimate weapon plans? Chads. We do have a good amount of higher power stones in JP, and I'm confident they're going to give us a lot more in GL.
Oh no, Global's gonna get Global's gonna get a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna get baby. People are gonna panic. But
I don't have enough stones for my FR.
Yeah, I actually have barely. Maybe it's just because let me not speak on that, because I pulled a lot of tubes. I forgot Braska was in the game, like Anna Crow. We got the cool animations that's fun to use for a week or two. The poof, gone from existence. It's unrelated. And no beef against Stimpy, because he's doing a lot of work showcasing a lot of units. Like he's hustling hard. But it is funny seeing that if Stimpy doesn't run a unit, then they're like invisible to like 90% of the player base. That's very funny. I remember seeing someone in Discord be like, "Oh man, Stimpy said Deuce wasn't even worth running," and then they took the complete context out of his comment, because he was like, "She just got like she got more HP attacks than support. Like, what am I supposed to show?" Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, she's a support. What else is there to say? What is she, a DPS?
There's only so much you can do. I mean, I think Kryl FR is good with counters and traps, but then we got Reno. No, Dash. I mean, again, I've said it multiple times. What I'm liking most about Forces is that it leaves how you optimize your damage up to your team building. So it tells you it's likely Fennia orbs, and that you still have to solve a problem, but the problem is solved with your team building. Because if you can't,
there's also timing.
Yeah, if you can't time things well, if you don't understand how to optimize your damage, then you're cooked. Stimpy has 4 accounts. Yes, he does. That dude is a workaholic. I think that was my biggest eye opener when I was playing. When I was doing, I don't remember what shit he was, and I mistimed the force gauge, and then I was just like, oh no, this is much more.
Yeah, that run.
Yeah. If you whiffed your force, which I did a lot. Like there's so many failed runs I had where I was just not timing shit well, and the run took. And I have had runs. I think it was my first run of was it the 6th man? It was something where I had to use force like 4 times, and that was just not good.
Damn, 4 times?
There was no need for that. I just didn't optimize my damage at all. It's just a skill issue at the end of the day. It's a learning thing. It's fun though.
I mean, ready for those takes of I can't get my force time gauge to increase more. I don't know what the problem is.
Is my game bugged? Yeah.
Yeah, is my game bugged?
That really is my trigger. Is my game bugged? I mean, sometimes, like I think I said this earlier, but the game is buggy all the time. But do some troubleshooting, people, please. 4 times, yikes, that bad. I fuck up in the game all the time. I think I'm pretty transparent about that. That I try and tell y'all, like I'd be bugging.
Their avalanche stacks fall off.
Yeah. I let in my Transcendence 11 video, let Saban's EX fall off, and he lost his brain retain. Like,
yeah, I was about to clown on you for that.
Like, I make mistakes all the time too, so I had to practice. Like, some of these fights took me days, but I'm better for it now. Shinryu requires you to bob the builder and make decent teams. Yeah. So, and I really enjoy that. It's like, it's not, there are the tedious cam runs, and then no shame there because it's a viable strategy. Dev should have fixed it. No shame on people for doing that. Although it is a bit goofy if you call fights a joke and you do that, because I got myself off that crack, but I don't know where I'm going. Wait, anyways, camming is a viable strategy. I don't know where I was going with that. So I forgot you can use force multiple times at times. Yeah. Ugly skill issue, that's me. After the complete shit show in Hell that was Transcendence 10, were you disappointed with how quote-unquote easy 11 was in comparison? No, I think 11 had mechanics, at least. It wasn't, because I tanked a lot of HP attacks because I brought Gladios, so it's hard to make a lethal fight when they're dropping your HP all the time. Because if you remember back to Garnet's intersecting well, where they had those thresholds where they dropped your HP all the time, the bosses really didn't have HP attacks unless they like recovered to Eyebreaker. So as long as you healed, you were good. So I think this was a fine stage because it required.
I think the fight was fun.
Think around it. It had the I don't know if this is on YouTube at all. Have you guys seen people using Zell? Because
the Zell nonsense.
Yeah, because if the gimmick with the stage is, I think it's while their force time is active, you can't buff yourself, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and if Zell doesn't buff himself, then you can't activate his dual buffs, which means he has infinite skills. So people are just letting Zell go nuts and not get his dual buff and just using a skill 1 over and over again for hours and beating the stage.
I think Asim was saying that he did that and it took it's like 9 hours or something like that.
Yeah, something like 9 hours.
Jesus.
That's like, it's like Edaroth exponential.
Correct.
I don't know how some people have some time for that.
I mean, just put it on and then just go watch some Konosuba. play some Gunvolt Chronicles. I'm ready to talk that game. Hey, Chad, if y'all ain't checked out the Gunvolt games, if you're a fucking Mega Man nerd like me and Cross are, the people who made the Zero and the ZX games, they made their own thing they made a better game basically. It's not Mega Man. It's called Gunvolt something. About to become a Gunvolt YouTuber. My fan credits doing damage is my game bug. Marquez Williams, does maxing out Garnet's ultimate weapon make her more amazing, or no change in the stats with their OP burst? Well, let's work through that. So what do ultimate weapons do? They give you HP damage cap up. They raise the amount of HP damage you can do, and they give you HP damage up to help you do more damage just overall. So this would mean that Garnet can do more damage per turn simply because her limits are raised. So yes, it's more amazing. It's more overkill. I don't necessarily think you need to run an ultimate weapon on Garnet. I think you are much better off doing it on someone who takes a lot more turns and has more HP attacks on a main DPS. But more power to you. I'm excited for Reno Force. Yeah, I was a good player the other day, and I got Reno's FR on the free pull. So.
Oh, did you actually?
Yeah. So.
You're nice. Let's go.
Shout out.
I was really disappointed with his C90, so I didn't bother to go for his FR, even though I really like using him as a character, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, Reno's one of the big regrets of skipping, because I remember saying like I thought he was mid, because I'm like he's got such specific conditions, but. We got a lot of bosses that like.
Us the light.
Yeah, Sephi always showing us the light for FF7 characters, bro. That man's a goofball. Save your cells for tier 11.
I actually did get Reno's FR from that banner like 3 times, and I still haven't like maxed them out.
Got a single fucking FR from that banner.
Only equip his skill 1 and auto plus. I don't know exactly how, but it's something in that. So you only got 1 Lion?
No, I haven't gotten any FRs.
I've gotten almost all of them.
This guy. Y'all are ugly as hell, man. Oh yeah, I'll talk about it. 9 hours in exaggeration. Did it with no ultimate weapon Zell and autoed it in 100 minutes. Well, okay, Crispy Crackers, what did you have in the background? Because some people had like Freyas and Canes and stuff in the background. To like do the off turns while Zell was driving it. I don't know the exact details, but that is Asim did say he had a bad setup. Yeah, Garnet Cisne. Do you give Garnet the HP cap up, or the person Garnet is supporting the HP cap ups? The person Garnet's supporting. I think that's because they'll stack. So Garnet gives 40, and then if you have an ultimate weapon on the person Garnet's supporting, that is 80% cap up, which is nearing the 200%. Nope, that's bad math. It's nearing the double damage, double HP cap percent from base, and then you add on especially if it's an attack high armor that goes up to probably at least 30 at base. I think it is. I don't know the exact numbers, but you're doubling your damage that way easily, and noticeable. Renault is so busted. Yeah, I hate to give Renault fans a W, but y'all earned it.
I want her burst so badly. I only got the FR.
Then pull for it.
Man, I can't believe they put Yuna in that animation, dog. What a disappointment.
Yeah, that one was kind of weird.
What a downgrade for Yuna.
The burst animation is also kind of questionable.
That's funny. She got the finger of death. Just get every FR. Freya, Karen, Zell. Neither Freya nor Zell had ultimate weapons. Yeah, okay, I guess it was. Can't wait till Machina can use ultimate weapon. Yeah, Machina with ultimate weapon. Like you see me using him in my runs. He's doing a 220k in HP attack. That's some crackhead stuff.
Yeah, and then there are people who are gonna say he doesn't age well later in Shiryu because of Tifa.
I don't even know that. That's a crackhead take. That can't be real. Yeah. It sucks that 90% of these 90 reworks are overshadowed by the FRBT characters. Well, counterpoint. 90s. I've said this multiple times. 90s are just rebalancing. They're getting everyone to about an even enough base power level, because you can kind of see these reworks coming now. 3 or 4 HP attacks on your skills, and then 4 or 5 HP attacks on the LD and the EX. And the real shine units really shine with their FR, because they're the ones that drive your team strategy. So I think focusing on the level 90 reworks is not the thing to go about doing, because it was never meant to be that big in the first place.
Follow up to that?
Yeah.
So when you're building a team with these characters, it's not does this character have C90 or anything like that. It's do they have force enhancement?
Yes.
Because you're building your team around your force time. You're not building it around your characters. You're trying to maximize your damage in force time, and that's your game plan. It's like right now, if you're trying to maximize your burst for whichever character you want to use. Same concept.
Yes, and also I guess another thing, be conservative with your character board points, people.
Oh God, yes.
LD board, especially if you're not like doing Mog Pass or Premium Pass. LD board only. Speaking of diminishing returns from earlier, you will not notice not having the base the boards for the other skills. Honestly, is diminishing returns again. You won't notice it, and you need to get over not. Was Mino trying to join? Oh, why does it say I can't enter the channel? Because I locked you out.
Isn't it like are we almost done in like a
We are almost done.
minute?
Yeah, I'm not letting him extend
Yeah.
my stream. I got shit to do. Waka's so busted for tier 7. Thank you, Blind Eye. What was I saying though? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
You were talking about something about like boards.
Oh, the character boards. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to get over not seeing the shiny little M next to your character, if you want to conserve your points, because you'll see way bigger returns on a LD board than you would for some EX boards. Oh right, Edgar's thing is tonight.
And the Aerith trailer is up too.
Okay, I'll watch that later.
Who's trailer?
Aerith.
Ooh.
You can see a Kurosami's rework. Everyone can
Oh,
get his
boy.
call now. Edward best force gauge strategy. Yeah, that's a funny interaction. Ink skated by not having Edward on the Renoa BT banner. He won again. I've got over 400k character board points. Am I being too conservative? No. If you don't need to use them, don't use them.
That's like the one thing that I would say it's okay to hoard.
Yeah.
Because maxing out your force enhancement level board, whatever the fuck they're called,
30K.
it's 15k.
15k. Yeah.
And that shit adds up.
Yes.
Because every character, after they start releasing FRs, every single character that's on a banner gets that
Force
enhancement.
enhancement. Yeah. Although your true bottleneck is going to end up being the force shards, but
Yeah.
you'll feel like a dickhead if you run out of character board points. Not seeing the M triggers my OTD. Get over it. Just get over it. You got to get over it. Edgar LD on the free pull. Hey, congrats. Good players get the weapon.
Max him out. Max that shit.
Oh,
Do it.
Greg, this man just woke up right for Edgar. Alternative take: use fewer characters. I mean, yeah, it's not hoarding if you do use what works. I mean, hoarding is when you gimp yourself and you make yourself take longer because you are holding on a resource you wouldn't feel like losing. You wouldn't notice losing. So if you don't want to expend LD boards, you don't want to green anybody, like that's hoarding. But like, or you don't want to blue anybody, that's hoarding. But if it's just like I'm doing content just as fast as everyone else with these specific set of characters, like Soul is a good example. Shout out to Soul, by the way, he's hilarious dude. I want to get him on here one day. I really do. I've never actually like talked to him. I've talked to him on Discord, but never live. He's got his fucking 2 million gems, and he uses characters he likes, and he's having fun. He's not gimping himself. He maxes shit. He just doesn't max everything, so he's got resources. Her FR starts at 150. Oh my. 15k,
Hero looks good
8,000
now.
skills. What's that?
Hero looks good now. They changed his thing to being a double jump, like the trap.
Oh, word. The follow
Yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a trap now, or is it just still a follow up?
It's a follow up. It's just a follow up.
Okay, that's good. Totally get Soul in her. Yeah, I keep, honestly, the reason I haven't tried hard to get Soul in here is because I forget every time I try to say that. So I'll work on that one day. But we can start wrapping up now. Lion, closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. Shout out to Blind Eye. Go subscribe to his channel. And by the way, Blind Eye, Seymour is better than Jacked.
Oh. Close the out with violence. Ah.
That's crazy.
Unironically,
That's
I
crazy.
mean that shit.
That's crazy. I don't know, man. Yeah. that's your hill.
Seymour is really fun. Seymour is really fun with his C90.
Seymour got honey-dicked, by the way, by Force, because timing his shit.
Oh no, timing that shit.
Yeah, because
fucking
the boss HP spiked, and now you're waiting until you set up that Force time to get to Seymour's like good HP levels, right? Yeah, that is an unfortunate L. This man can't handle HP damage, boss HP spikes. Yikes. Blind Eye Lion sucks. It's funny you're coming from him. I don't know why. Cross, closing thoughts.
I can't wait for all you Gilgamesh greeners to put Gilgamesh next to Garnet and then say, why was no one hyping him up?
Oh yeah, look at how good
Same
of a
with
team. Look at how
Theodore.
good my team building is.
Same with Theodore.
Yeah.
Same with
I
Thancred.
don't understand. It's not even just this community. It's any just gacha games in general. It's one thing to like a character and I didn't bother anybody about Barret. Like, I just minded my business. But to go around telling everyone how good your character is. First off, shut the fuck up. No one cares. But I mean, Jesus, just play your game. Why do you need acknowledgement from other people? I've always found that very weird. And I think Nidre says this. People who overly stand characters all the time are weird.
It's one thing to admit that your character is good, but it's also another thing to admit when your character is, not so great right now.
Yeah, like Theologica is like I wouldn't recommend anyone invest in Lightning. Like, he just came out and said that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. The people did. I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone to invest in Variant. I'm gonna use them a bunch, but I mean, I wouldn't tell them to. Just play your game and just don't. And if you have any disagreements with me, you can DM me on Twitter, or we could potentially get into a debate. Because what other way to hash out ideas better than to talk about them in real time? Because it's much harder than it looks to come on here and talk about it. But BC acknowledged my C2 Yai. Listen, I was not a good player in Genshin yesterday. I whiffed and I got Kaching on the 50-50.
Kaching.
Yeah, that's her name. And then I got Yai eventually. I was chasing Toma constellations and I didn't get those either. So I was a good player last banner, but I wasn't a good player this banner. But I'm waiting for.
How many of those words that you just said can I simp for?
Yai is a hot fox lady side boob girl.
Pass.
Okay, you're bugging.
It's the furry aspect.
No, it's not. It's not furry. It's fox girl. There's a difference. Just like cat girl isn't furry. It's just cat girl.
Right.
There's a difference.
Right.
All right. This man's tripping. I lost my 50-50, but I'm rich. So, anyways, closing thoughts. This was a bit off the wall. I didn't plan too hard today. Thanks, Cross and Lion, for coming on, because I definitely had no type of plan. Y'all saw it.
I was like, because I know you were looking for people. You were asking, like you said, first come, first serve, and I was like, and I was like, I'm gonna just let everyone else go ahead and do it. And then I saw no one was saying anything, so I was like, I'll come around.
I would have just gone solo. Like I'm always prepared for everybody to be busy and me to just do my thing. But yeah, thanks for y'all. This was the black hour. I mean, the ranting hour.
The black hour.
So say it. Let me get some say it's in chat. Wait, did I add that emote to my channel? Let me get some say it's in chat. Listen. I know y'all ain't calling me a furry, bro. I said fox girl, but y'all are bugging until you see the photo, bro.
I googled a picture. I am willing to walk back from that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I fucking Miko, dude. Y'all, it's time to simp. I ain't even
thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Yeah. See, it is Black. Damn, it is Black History Month. Fuck.
What, did you forget that?
Bro, I have no concept of time lately.
Damn.
I just be forgetting, dog. My only outside is going to the gym and the grocery store. And just look at all the sayings in chat. That emote was a mistake. Oh.
Yoshi Pasta calling it the ugly hour.
The ugly hour. And that's just you looking in the mirror, maybe potentially smelling your upper lip.
Hey, yo.
Are you sure you weren't staring at Fran's feet? I only stare at Fran's feet at 1:45 p.m. each day. I got dedicated time for that, my friend. Okay, we're getting down bad.
Yeah. No, you are getting down bad.
That's getting clipped. Oh god. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming through. Thanks again, y'all. Y'all are the goats.